extremely hardline groups on the Palestinian side and extremely hardline groups on the Israeli side who agree to talk to each other. But the one thing they agree on most is the role of women in society. That's what they agree on, excluding women from any possible role. So often when we're working on peace, be it through civil society or government, etc., is a peace at what cost? And I think civil society often reflects the problems of the rest of society. If I can just rebound on something the minister said at the beginning, where he said, we have to understand why more women aren't voting to support women. My counter question would be, why aren't more men voting for women? No?
Yeah.
And how? Because one of the, we're often putting too much of the burden of inclusion on women to somehow be better educated. The men in many parliaments are not educated. I'm sorry, let's be honest. They're less educated in life or in good sense than the women in society, even if they haven't been to school. But we put the burden on inclusion on those who are excluded. We need to put the burden of inclusion on those who are excluded. Because what's at the heart of most conflicts that we're dealing with today? It's exclusion. Political, social, or economic exclusion. And the sense of injustice that creates. This is not a hairy-fairy notion of let's all kumbaya, get along, and live together in a better, more inclusive society. It's about, as the minister said, this is about peace and security. A more inclusive society will be a more peaceful society. No question. We have our director, Interpeace's director in New York, Graham Simpson, is the lead author on the Youth Peace and Security Report that you've been hearing about. Same thing with youth. It's even somewhat more complicated on the youth question because it's a transient category. You stop being youth at some point, but you don't stop being a woman. So the challenge of women's inclusion is one that will last all their lives, whereas with youth, at some point they will graduate to becoming an adult, and they can be included more naturally. So we're faced with this type of challenge, but let's stop putting the burden on them and look at this as what is needed for societies to be more peaceful. A more inclusive society will be a more peaceful society.